Spring is a time when flowers bloom and home sales peak. Some people are out refreshing their homes for the new season, but some of you may be wanting to sell this spring. What kind of home improvements will net you the biggest return on your investment? Not all home improvements will significantly enhance your home's value. Today I'll go over what projects to avoid, what repairs to make, and how to select a good contractor to do the work. While upgrading is a great way to build your home's value, there are a few upgrades that are not worth your time or trouble. While finished projects will at least net you something, an unfinished project will probably hurt your final sale price. So you're going to want to think a few steps ahead. There's an inspection coming and there's an appraisal coming. And there's certain things that they're going to be looking for. If they find things on the inspection, they'll likely ask you for a reduced price on the house. So it's more important initially to focus on those necessities than getting into things like painting the rooms red or pink. We would call that over-personalizing the house. You also want to stay away from anything unpermitted. I wouldn't do any electrical work unless you're planning to get shocked. It's not a good idea, don't do it. Don't try to go and remodel the whole bathroom if you've never done that sort of thing before. You might open up a wall and find more problems. So now that we've gone over things to avoid, let's go over some things you can actually do to increase your ROI. The first thing that comes to my mind is the garage door, because on most homes, it's the predominant feature when you're looking at the home from the curb. Plus, it's always hit on the inspection. Almost every inspection, there's something wrong. It's knocking, it's not closing every time, it's squeaking. Something's wrong with the garage door. So the buyer's gonna request that be repaired or a reduced price. Also, it can be old and ugly. And by replacing that predominant feature on the front, you actually cleaned up like 50% of the front of the house by just replacing that. Also, you want to clean up the landscaping. Throw a few flowers in the flower bed and trim the bushes. You don't need to hire a lavish landscaper to come in and do anything major, just enough so that it looks good from the front. So when you post your house, the first picture that everyone sees is something they want to come and see. So one of the best things you can do for a good ROI with next to nothing cost is paint. A lot of the new builds are going with a white, commercial white paint or a light gray, something kind of neutral. And while you're at it, go for the kitchen cabinets if they're old. If they're old and they don't look great, instead of replacing them or just replacing the doors like some people do, you can actually paint them. While you're at that, look at your door handles and look at your light fixtures. Those small little details are really what's going to transform the room. If you do want to do something a little bigger, I would suggest an energy efficient improvement. Something that's going to save your buyer on those monthly heating and cooling bills. Something like new windows. They can be pricey, but they are important. And a lot of times on certain loans, if you have a crack in the window or if the windows are fogging up, which means that there's heat getting out or air getting out, then you can actually get delayed or prolonged in the process because the lender may have a problem with that window and it may need to be replaced for the buyer to even be allowed to purchase the home. Lastly, picking the right contractor is crucial because they can help you manage costs, and you want someone that can get everything done right the first time. You're going to want to ask for examples of their work and any licenses or certifications that they possess. And if you're looking for a contractor, I know several. In fact, my next door neighbor is one, and he's a great one. I'd be happy to give you his contact information. So to sum it up, there are things you can do to improve the value of your home greatly by spending a lot of money, such as redoing all the windows, putting some of that manufactured brick veneer on the front of the house like you see in the newer constructions. But honestly, the best things to do are to look at those comparable houses that have sold, see what they look like, and make your house match. So if you have any questions about this topic, I know there's a lot I didn't cover, and honestly, a lot of it is specific to your house and your neighborhood. And I'd be happy to take a look at your situation and give you a free consultation. Again, my name is Rich with howtoaffordhomes.com, and I work for Call It Closed International Realty. Until next time, thanks for watching.